This we're not recording. Here's the what we're going to do today is a couple branches. We're going to learn to bounce things off screens. We're going to learn how to use your mouse to get your guy running around as opposed to just your keyboard. Okay. And again, a great book is Super Scratch. It's a PDF kind of style book. It's not very expensive. It's out there. I'm basing a lot of what we're doing on that book. My programs are not quite identical to it, but they're close. It gives you a sense of what's going on, and as opposed to some of the other books out there. Now, what I want to do today is we're going to go ahead and set, let's name our sprite here, Kitty. Okay, we're going to add a stage. In this case, we're going to import a stage for choosing a sprite from file. All right, well, going in there. Let's do background. That's what I want. I want to import a background. I want to pick outdoors. I'm going to select. We can do city with water. We could do night city. I like that one right there. We'll go night city. All right, there's our cat, night city. Okay. Now, when we go to run this program, we're going to want to put a little banner in front for it, and we can do it. And again, we'll create another sprite. We're going to do it from a file. We're going to hit the text. We can grab it with our hand up here. All right. And in this one, we're going to be another one of these ghosts. We'll just keep using the ghost. I just use this as a theme. You can use any picture you want on that. Doesn't matter a bit. And I'm going to make the color on this one kind of an ugly pink, but it'll stick out. It's kind of a just bright pink, not ugly, just bright. All right, let's finish it. Chasing ghosts. All right. Chasing ghosts, press spacebar, press spacebar to begin kind of thing, right? Let's go up there. Let's grab that one. It's right up there. Or it'd be nice to have it right down here. We're on this black screen. Let me go ahead and put it down there. All right, whatever case. So it's right there for everybody to see it. Now, so we're going to have Spritey there. Call that right there. We're going to call that a banner. Right? So there's a banner. And then we're going to add another sprite. It's a good idea as many sprites you think you know right off the bat. They're usually different ones, but we'll put a new sprite in. And we're going to, of course, go to fantasy. And I'm picking a ghost. Again, folks, I'm picking Mr. Friendly Ghost here. But he's friendly. All right. I might be making this for little kids, so I don't want to freak them out. Okay, so there's my cat. There's my ghost. Chasing ghosts, press spacebar. From the hint of this, I hope you're kind of getting where we're going with this. I'm going to start the game, and then I want to start. I want this to show up, but what we're going to be doing differently, I should say tonight, is I don't want the cat and the ghost showing up to begin with. All right? I don't want that. So what we're going to do on that is we're going to look at our banner, and we're going to look at different kinds of commands on when to bring them up and how they impact both our cat and our ghost. Okay? Now let me give you an example of this. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the banner. All right. Now, surprisingly, it's going to be when clicked on, it's going to say, we're going to look, and we're going to say, show. All right. Now, you can do we can do something so like it shows when it pops up. On this case, we'll go to Kitty, and when someone hits the show, when this is checked, we're actually going to do hide. All right. So let's run the program, see if it works. Ah, this Chasing Ghosts showed up. All right. All right. Now, to bring him back up, so that's what we have to do. We're going to learn how different controls. So in this case, we might hit when the space bar is clicked. We'll just do this to show you what we're trying to do. Look, and we're going to show. So that was hide. Here we go. It pops back up. All right. We got a good crowd tonight. Excellent. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this and you're staying with me, and it says a lot about you that you always come. If I would, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hide my screen so you can do it without looking at my screen, because I think you can see if you can do it without it. I'm going to hide my screen, and I want you to do the same thing. Go ahead, get it so when you hit the green flag, this will show up. The Chasing Ghost, press spacebar. The Kitty and the ghost will go away. While you work on yours, I'm going to work on mine. Got some people already cranking out. That's great. Bradford, I got to help him. See what they need. Sir, what's going on? All right, what's going on?
Can you repeat that? I just got my.
All right, no worries, man. Glad to repeat it. Okay. Yeah, I want just Chasing Ghosts. Press spacebar to show up. I don't want the Kitty or the ghost to show up. Okay. And what we're looking at is two different events. When you click the green flag, as opposed to when you press the spacebar key. Okay.
Okay.
And someone says, "Do we make our own banner?" Yes. And you can use your own. Someone else is asking, and I'm going to mute them. You can use whatever objects you want. I'm using the cat and the ghost because I'm more interested in that you understand how to train and do some of the stuff. Less interested on which little ghost. And I totally get people to get into that. You should, and that's what if that's what makes you excited, please do. But right now, I'm not going to worry about it. So we've got that. Let's go over to where I want to go. I'm also going to make my screen bigger. Hopefully everybody can see it better than that way. All right. Raise your hand once we get to see how many people have it. I can't open Scratch. It says to open a file. I can't open Scratch. It says to open a file. I'm not sure what's going on there, Nico. It should open right up. Nico, suggestion, turn your computer off, reboot it back up. I know that's going to drop you out of here, but that way, go ahead, okay? Some people are saying, I think they got it. Best way to do is test it. Then you know if I have. All right, very good. We'll be right back. We're not going to go anywhere. All right, everybody. Watch what happens now. Take a look at my screen. I've got my ghost. I've got my banner. Watch what happens here. I run the program. They're gone. They're set. Okay? Now, not surprisingly, I know it. You can all probably figure out what do you need to do to get rid of then the space bar after you hit the space bar. Well, you go here and go to controls. The space bar is pressed. You're not surprisingly, you're going to do, I think you know this now, hide. So let's run it. That gives you a real nice sense of, hey, feeling like you got a pro program. And you can do things like when it starts up, you can do things like show, and then you can do change, set a color effect to 0, change effect by that. So let me give you a different thing. You can do different things like we can make it fisheye, which would be kind of weird, but let's go ahead. We'll do that. Show you. Watch me run this. See how it does that? I'm not sure I like that one. Let's do brightness. Didn't do a lot for me there. And you know what? The problem with that is it's just changing the text here. What happens if we wanted to change? So I'm going to get rid of this. I wanted to change the stage itself. Can I do that? Well, yes, I can write a script for that. And again, let's flag when this is clipped. Let's go looks. Let's change this. Let's like this minus 25. All right. Now watch when we run it. You imagine we can set it back if we'd like. Or we can do something like this. You can put a repeat loop in it. All right. You can set change. Wait 1 second. Whoa. By negative, let me put that in here. Change by 25, wait another second. And go back here. Whoops. So you could put sound in there, not surprisingly. Negative 25. All right. I'm not sure I want to do that 5 times, so let's do it 3. Okay, let's try this. And you got the background. All right. So that's another thing you can play with. And, you know, you can also, by the way, when you're done with it running 25 times, you can clear the graphic effects. So after this, it's going to go back when we run it this time. And then in the final loop, it looks back to what it is. So these are all different ways. So I just want you to know that all the different icons, be it the stage, be it these sprites, they all can be changed. All right, let me see. We got some questions here. Go ahead, Elias.
Oh, I just wanted to tell you that I made it so that when you click the ghost, it changes the ghost effect so that the ghost is see-through.
Very nice. All right, why don't we everybody try that effect. See what you all think of that. So in other words, when you turn on the ghost, let's go over there. There's backgrounds. Let's go to another sprite here. So when we click on the flag, we hide them. When we show them, I'm just going to see this, the ghost thing. I want to see there. That's what I'm going to do. Look, I'm going to do change effect by 25, or set effect, clear graph. All right, let me try this. All right. Let's run this. Oh, that's a mine comes up. I'd have to have him jump out. I'd only want him to do it once every time he presses it. But oh, he's getting a little bit darker and darker. You know what? That's kind of effect, that ghost effect, you could then lay on somewhere else. I'm going to put that over. It's not my cup of tea, but nice challenge. I like it. Good suggestion. Okay. All right. Hopefully, let me see if he got back on here. Okay, while we're waiting on that, let me just do this. Let me do this real quick while we wait. Nico, how am I doing on the speed? Go ahead, if you would, vote on that poll real quick, folks. Too fast? Okay, I need to slow it down. Okay, I'll slow it down. Just raise those hands. I'll thank you very much for giving me that feedback, folks. All right. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do here is we've done that. I want to get a little banner that comes up and says something to the effect, when that screenshot came away and passed away, what I want to do now is get it so we can broadcast, start the game. So when they see that and they hit the space bar, I want to broadcast it, so we do start. So let's go back at our program. So when they click on that, it's going to show that. All right. We're going to wait a few moments so everybody can see it. So let's say we wait. Sometimes it's a good idea to put a little music in there. Remember, if we're going to do sound, we'll go ahead. We'll bring in sound. Let's do instrumental. All right, there it is. We're going to use that. So let's go back to our script. We'll add some sound here. It's right under sounds, play sound, suspense. So it shows that. Now, all right, and that goes on. Now, when they hit the space bar, so that's going to wait 1 second before we can chirp it right off. So let's watch real quick here. Let's just make sure it's going to work. All right. Then hit the space bar. Oh, these guys come. Now, can I make this? When we hit the space bar, we're doing that. But what we're going to do is we are going to do a broadcast of start. So where are we going to do that? Well, we're going to cheat a little bit and put this back in here. We're going to go back to this control here because I wanted you just to see this. I'm going to do an if statement. If, sensing this, if you hit the space bar, we're going to do a broadcast. All right? And what that broadcast is, it's going to say broadcast a new one, and that's going to be start. And that's going to be a trigger event that we can send throughout the whole program to start kicking things off. Now, we use the space card, bring up the cat and ghost. This is a perfect time. You could use this instead of just also hitting the space bar. All right? So what that does, then we broadcast start, and then we do this. We can then hide the banner. So let's do this. We got hide here. We can drop it right there. All right? And remember, make this a forever. See how I just did that? Now watch. So this is another way to do this. There it is. Okay. Now, honestly, you got the if-then statement. We got it to hide. But if we go back and look at our icons, that cat did not come up because it came up because the space bar was spread. Another way you can do that is when I receive start, show. So like this is out of here now. Let's do it this way. And you'll see the difference. Well, you really wouldn't see a difference. I'll take that back. I'm going to go back over here. Set up the cat the same way I just set up the ghost, same way. In other words, I don't want to see the space bar in with your ghost. I just want this when I click and when I receive start. So would everybody go do that? Oh no, oh no, I don't believe I just did that. I'm so sorry, guys. Why can't I show my screen? Let me show. I can't not see, cannot see the screen. Everybody's saying the same thing. Why is this not letting me see the screen? Oh, come on. What is going on with my software here? We want to see the screen. You know what it is? Let's do that. I know why, because I had the poll up there. All right. Can you see the screen now? Yes, everybody should see the screen now. Mr. Dubin, I think your screen. Yeah, oh no. Oh, wow. Yikes. We'll stay on a little bit longer. I'm sorry, guys. Oh boy. I can't wait. It says open file. Now it's in the intro thingy. Oh wow, here we go. Now it's showing everybody. Sorry guys. What a moronic move on my part. I should, you know what? I'm at a different location. I should be running a second monitor. I behave. I'm just gonna always have to do it. I'm probably gonna get another laptop that I can run this and so I can see it at both locations. All right, now let's go back and look at this. I'll go back to what I was showing you before instead of me going on forever and ever. Let's go back to stage. Right here. I'm bringing this up right in the center so you all can see it. All right. When we click here, we're going to put a repeat loop. It's going to do it 3 times. It's going to wait a second. It's going to change the color effect by 25. Wait a second. Change the color by 25. You knew that. Cleared the graphics effect. That's the same. When we get to the banner here, when we hit click, show, then you're going to play the suspense sound. We just brought that in. We went to sound and we imported it. We did it forever, and then we did an if-then statement. If spacebar is pressed, broadcast, we created this as a new one, but we called it start, so it's now there. That hides this, but it sends out the message start. If you go to Kitty Cat, when it receives start, it shows itself. When this is clicked, it hides itself. Can you do the same thing for the ghost for me? It still isn't showing. What? Is it showing now? I'm unmuting you all. Oh, no. Elliot, can you see my screen? Hey, Elliot, can you see my screen? I couldn't hear you, so I'm going to go another. Hello, Cameron. Can you see my screen?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks. Elliot? Hey, Elliot.
Yes.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's try again. All right, let's try it one more time. How many more times can I do this? I don't know, Mr. Dubik. You are messing up here. All right, when you click, this changed our stage. Now our banner, which shows up on our stage, when I click, I do a show, I play a sound. You all know how to do that. I'm not showing that again. We have a forever loop. We put our if-then statement inside it. You press the space key, it broadcasts the word start. It then hides the banner. And you can do this. It also you can go ahead and sometimes when you need to, you can put something that says end. stop the script if you want. So you could put that in there if you wanted to. We don't have to worry about stopping the script in this case. Okay? Now, it ended that. The next thing that happened is we went over the kitty cat and we said, when clicked, hide. Instead of saying when press the key, what I want to say is when I receive that command start, then show it. Okay? That gives you more flexibility. Okay. All right. How did I do that? Did you see it this time? Luke, let's go back over here one last time. No worries. We'll do it till I'll stay as long as we need to. When you press a key, play a sound. If you press the space keyboard, set broadcast the word start, and then hide this. So this gets rid of your message. If you go to the other kitty sprite, it says, hey, when this is clicked, it hides it. But when I receive that start command, it shows it, as opposed to hitting a space key. This way you can do other things. You don't have to just rely on a key to get rid of it. Can you do the same thing for the ghost for me? Can you get me going on the ghost? How do I change the ghost? Right now we've got a space key. I don't want to use the space key. I want to be able to use different things. I'd love to be able to use a random number. Sometimes a random picture might show up. Right? We can make it do all kinds of things that way. All right, let me give you an example then of that. Well, we could also play with that. If you want later, I could show you how we could randomly, a different ghost appearance could come up, but just randomly, the minute it saw, instead of space, we did it a little bit different way. I'm going to go ahead and move this. I'm not going to cover screen. So all I'm going to do is when I receive that start command, boom, show it. So here we go. Background's going on. This is a nice little appearance then. The minute I hit the space bar, off our kids go. Does that make sense? What category is suspense in? That's in instruments, instrumentals. All right. There you go, Reese. All right. Now, let's get jacked. Let's get rocking. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to be able to move my kitty cat around with the mouse. We haven't done that one yet, so let's do that for right now. So let's go to kitty cat. All right. When it receives the start command is when this is all going to start, okay? All right. And you can do it a couple of different ways. I'm going to start it this way. When I receive the start, I'm going to go ahead and do show. And you know, you could do the space, but let's say we've got to receive the show. It shows the kitty cat. Then what I'm going to need to do is, not surprisingly, put it in a loop. If you notice here, we're almost always putting it in a loop, right? And we're going to do a simple, since I want to stay in this loop. When you turn on, say, Windows or the Mac operating system, you're running inside a huge loop. How weird is that? All right. Then we hit if. All right, it's an if-then loop, just like we've been doing. Now we're going to go over here, though, sensing, and we're going to do mouse down. Is the mouse down? Mouse down is when you click the mouse. You could have had mouse click. It'd be the same thing. All right? So we got mouse down, and then what we're going to do, all right, when we hit mouse down, is I want to get it so I can go after the cat, all right? So when the mouse is down, I'm going to point towards the mouse pointer. Okay, so let me go here. So I'm going to go point in the direction towards mouse pointer. All right, so that's pointing in the direction towards the mouse pointer. Then, check this out. I'm going to glide. Okay, I'm going to glide from, let's go over here, sensing. Let's go here to this, mouse X here, mouse Y there. Now watch when I run this. Hit my space bar. Then I'm going to go here and look at my kitty cat. Let's get him back. So right off the bat, we know, hey, we need to get kitty cat. When he gets the start command, we got to make sure when he's clicked, he goes to the spot we want or hides him. Or you can hide him before you show him and move him. So let's go over here. Let's go to, I'm going to have him down over here. And we might even have him off screen, I guess. I don't want him that off screen. All right, so watch this. There he is. He's a little bit too far down low. Oops. Try it again. Sometimes I just, there he is. Now look, I'm using my mouse to point around him. Got a question for everybody. How can I get it so it responds faster to that mouse? On that glide, what could I do with the glide? Tip as hint as the glide. If you think you know the answer, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you think you know. All right, April, I think she says she knows. April, what can we do?
Yeah, I think it's if you lower how long it takes for it to glide, like the little number.
There you go. Right on. Good job. All right. So if it's going to glide, she says 1, we'll make it 0.5 then. Let's try that off. Let's run it again. Let's try. That's better. So I'll tell you what, she's absolutely right. Why don't you make it even lower than that? All right, everybody, get yours to do that. Okay? Go ahead and get your mouse to do that. Go ahead and work on that. We'll keep hitting it. Okay, I'm gone way too fast. I say I'm behind. So we don't want to be behind. So let me go ahead and show everybody again. No worries. I'm glad you wrote that text. All right, let's go back here right now. Let me show you what we've got here. We've got our kitty. Let's go back here. We're going to go back to our stage where it shows the graphic effects. Then we had the banner show up. When we click this go arrow, it plays the suspense sound. All right. I'll get you, Brad. Someone's got his hand up. Let me answer that question, but I was going to go through everything here. Mr. Bradford. Hello.
Hey, my hand has been up for the longest time. How do you display the text?
Okay. Well, I'm sorry your hand has been up the longest time. Just pop it up there. Sorry. I'm trying to get everybody, so bear with me. So we got one question. How do we display text? I'll show that in a moment. Jeremy, what's your question?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
What's your question, buddy?
Oh, I was just raising my hand to tell you that I'm done.
Nice. All right. I'm going to go through it because a couple folks got a couple folks here need a little more time, or I got to do a better job explaining. I apologize if I haven't done a good job there. Now, be patient with me. If you got your hand up, write text messages, throw rocks at me. Worst goes to worst, go ahead and flash your phone at and text me on if your folks have a phone, text me. Well, I'll try to watch it. Usually I catch everybody. I'm sorry. I'm busy down here at the bottom looking at questions too, so I apologize. So when the banner comes up, you want to see how the text came up? Well, first of all, I made a sprite that's a banner. All right. Now, if you're asking how I did the banner to do the text on that, let me give you costumes on their banner. And I did edit. And then I used this text icon and I did chasing ghosts, press spacebar. I just wrote that out. I used the little eyedropper to change the color. So that's how I got the banner. So that's how I got the text to come out. But now how did I get the text to come out? Is when you click this arrow, you click on the go flag. It plays that music, waits a second. So it shows it right there. So that's when the banner comes up. All right. Does that? Is there anybody got a question on the banner? Let me see. Let me go with back to Bradford. Did that get the banner for you, buddy?
Yeah, I was typing this in.
Okay. All right, I can wait. Let me know. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna keep looking up here. If you got it to work, if it doesn't work for you, raise your hand again. Let me see now again. Yes, Nico.
Oh, I just completed it, so I was raising my hand to show you that.
Nice. All right, we got everybody else. Give a second here. Now, once it shows it plays the music, and then it's going to run this loop, and it's going to stay in this loop forever until it gets you press the space key. When it does that, it broadcasts start, as in start the game. And by the way, it then hides itself. Okay? And you can also do, if you want, at the end of that, say, hey, stop script. So you can even do that on top of that. All right? Because now we're done with that. All right. The cat, when you click it, hides it, moves the cat, by the way, it hides it, moves it over to the different side of the screen. When it receives the start, it shows it. It's in a loop now, and it says, hey, if you press the mouse down, point towards the mouse planner. You could have thrown banner. You could have done a different sprite. What sprite is sprite 1? We got to change that to ghost. That's not good. You got to name these things properly. Ghost. So let's go back to the kitty cat again. Watch what's here. We could have moved it towards the mouse pointer, banner, or ghost. We want to do the mouse pointer because we're going to use the mouse to move around. So when the mouse is pressing down, press in the direction of which way you're doing the mouse pointer, and then set mouse X and Y. Now, where do you get those? Go up to sensing, and then you're going to look around, and there's mouse X and mouse Y. Okay? Let me get see about Luke here. Luke, how you doing? Hey, Luke. Hello? Can you make the screen... can you make the screen bigger? I wish I could. You're coming in very distorted, bud. All right. I'm going to mute you. I've got that screen probably as big as I can get it right now. I'm going to try a little bit bigger. All right. I wish it had a magnifier, is what I really wished it did, so I could blow it up more. Maybe I'll look into some different presentation software that will allow us to online blow any screen up bigger so you all can see it. All right. Luke, did that answer your question? Hello, Luke. Well, I'm going to mute you, Luke. Sorry. All right. Now, that's getting our mouse pointer. So now we can go ahead and we can move. So when we run the game, watch. Hit the space bar. And then we can use our little mouse. Look at it. Now, here's what I want you to do. Notice that. All right. Here's a good time now. We did this in the last class. See if you can randomly put that ghost somewhere in the top right-hand corner there. Or even do the right side of the screen. I don't care if it's low or high, but see if you can get him to randomly place it. Where would you do that on the script? In other words, I want this so every time it comes up, see the pointer's following me. Let me stop this right now. I'm still in the program. All right. I want this so it shows up in a different spot each time. All right. By the way, we can make these cats smaller. Could you press the green button in the corner? Can you make the screen bigger? Guys, I've got the screen as big as I can get it. And there it is. I'll decide a little bit more. What we really need is a zoom on this. When they do the next feature list, I'm going to ask for that. For us teachers to show. Okay? Everybody's asking, can I press the green button? Yes, you can press the green button, but it's not magnifying this as much as we'd like. What I'd love to do is click, grab this and then use my mouse and make it really big for you all to see. Sorry. Maybe what I can do is do a screen capture program and show you before we even start doing anything. Okay, now. All right, challenge accepted. I like that. I like the way you think, young man. All right, now, we've got that. We've got it so it's gliding, but I want to get it so the ghost, let's go back over now to the ghost. Double click there. Now, I want that ghost to go to a random place when it receives that start command. I'm going to risk this again and hide my screen. Let me ask Luke. He's got his hand up. Let me try to get Luke, and then we're going to everybody start working on that. Luke. Hey, Luke.
That was just for my last question.
Okay, buddy. Thanks. All right, go ahead and do that. I'm going to hide my screen only because I want to work on it, and I want you guys to work on it. So I'm hiding it right now. Don't worry. I will be back. All right, when I do that, I'm going to. And so I'm not talking in your ear. I'm going to mute myself just for a few seconds so as I do this. All right, folks. I don't know how you came up with it. How many people think they came up with a way to do a random number on it? Raise your hand. Someone's asked. All right. Someone asked a question here. Mr. Bradford.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your
You
question,
said
buddy?
raise your hand when I was done with the little thing.
Okay, good. You're all done with that? Did you get it to work?
Yeah. The only thing I got the ghost to do was to follow my
The
to
mouse?
follow I got for some reason I got the ghost to follow my mouse instead of the cat.
All right, because you probably wrote that script underneath the ghost and not the cat.
Oh, okay.
Check that. Okay? No worries. Let me say again, you guys are doing a great job. We're throwing a lot at you. All right, now look. Put your hands down. I'm going to put everybody's hand out. How many people got it so the ghost came up randomly? Raise your hand. Okay. It was a little bit of a challenge. Good job. Good job. We got almost half of you were able to do it. For everybody else, don't worry. That was a little bit because this is kind of going back to what we've done and you had to think about it a little bit. Let me show you on my screen. Watch. See, it's got a little bit higher head. There he's over there. And if I had him all over the place. Okay, now look. One thing, let me show you what I did. Before that show comes up, I went ahead and did this. Go to, because it seemed to me I wanted him there before I showed him. You could do it either way. What it is, it's go to X. Let's go to motions. There's go to X. I'm going to put another one down here as if I hadn't done it. I drop in there, go to X, and then I need to go to my operators, pick a random number. So I put one there, and I put one here. Then I set the random numbers. On the X side, I want the ghost always to the right. So I want my X always to be positive. So I selected mine, even fact, I wanted it over, so I have 100 to 200. On the Y side, I didn't care as much. So I went from negative 100 to 200. I might even make that 150. So better shot. All right. And then I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need that now. Can I get everybody to go ahead and do that? All right, let's try again. Yeah, see. There he is. So now I have my ghost running around. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want whenever Kitty Cat touches said ghost, it reappears on a different part of the screen. All right? When you touch the ghost, it's going to show up on a different part of the screen. And down the road, we're going to want it so it's running away from the cat. But right now, I want you to get it. So when the kitty cat touches it, the ghost disappears. All right? Pop. Then a second or two later, it pops somewhere in a random location on the screen. All right? Let's just stay, if everybody doesn't mind, if we can stay on a little bit longer, it'd be nice if we could do that. Good job. People are cranking this out. We had a lot of fun with the robots. Tuesday, we're going to have a lot of fun come Friday and Saturday with them as well. Okay. Put everybody's hands down here for right now. I'm going to go now. I'm going to blank my screen. I'm going to blank my voice. So I'm not driving you crazy. Make it so you can touch the ghost, he disappears, then reappears somewhere else. have the ghost, like I say, touch the ghost, reappear somewhere else. You want to add music when it reappears, whatever. Add your little touch there. All right, bye. Hang on. Luke, I'm sorry I'm not going to be here Saturday. Dude, can you come Friday? All right, guys. I don't know if you got it, but this is what I was looking for. Watch. Hang on one second. I'm in fact going to stop this. I'm going to blow up to the big screen here. Blow up to the big screen. Watch this. There's my ghost. There he goes again. Turn ghost. Catch him. A poor kitty cat is messing with him. Doesn't get it. Okay? Yeah, I know it's 7:30. I'm staying late on this. I'm letting you guys because I felt bad. We had a couple times screens weren't showing, everything else. What do you think of that program right there? It's great fun. You can, it's the kind of thing, it can be like a game with it. Like you could take it where, you tell your kid friends, hey, if you can catch him, I'll give you a point. But every time he tries to get him, it's going to get away from him. Hey, come back here. Say, come back here. Come back here. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you go. All right. It's a fun, pointless game. I agree. Yeah, I know it's 7:30. All right, but that's kind of a fun, kind of cool game. And it's totally pointless. It's my favorite kind. All right, guys, I know it's 7:34. Already got people saying, hey, it's taking too long here. But how many other people? Wait, let me get some more questions here. Let me go ahead and get everybody here. Sir, what's going on, buddy?
Can I see what you wrote for the ghost script?
Sure thing. Here we go. I love sharing scripts. And I love it when you guys send me stuff, so keep sending it. I might not always get it up there immediately, but I will get it up there. All right, look at this. Here's the code. Let me go ahead and black this because this is a nice, fun, silly game. I would add music. I do all kinds of things with this. All right. First thing I do is when I receive that start message, I set X and Y to random numbers. Then I show the ghost. Then there's a loop. Whenever it touches Kitty, it then hides. It disappears. I pick another random number. This time I want it all over the screen. So I go from 200 to negative 200, 200, 200 to negative 200 on Y. So X is anywhere between negative 200 and 200. Y, same thing, 200 to negative 200. I wait 7/10 of a second, then I show it. Now, if I wanted to, I could make it so it would just jump right over there. We could do that. I like it kind of popping up for a second. And, you could change the ghost so it Shazam every time it did it. In fact, let's see what kind of sounds could you add for that. I'm trying it right here. Nah, I don't like those. Let me try something up here. Not my cup of tea. Let's try electronic. All right, now that would be annoying, big time annoying, but you could put that in there. So you go scripts, and then every time he reappears before the show, I would do this. I'd play a sound, and I would play sound screech. Now we're talking annoying. Watch this. Let's get it out here in the big screen so we can all see it. Or giggling might be good. All right. Now let's go back and look at that code some more. So what I'm doing is whenever he touches the ghost, touches the kitty, go ahead and hide, go to a new location that's randomly selected, wait a few, and you can decide if the time's right for you. Play some kind of sound, show it, then do it again. All right. You got to make a Pokemon based game. There we go. Can I see what you wrote the ghost script? Someone else. That would be cool. I got it to finally work. Excellent. Okay, guys, it's 8:40. I'm going to put something on Edmodo through the course of this upcoming day so you can come up and play on this stuff and keep learning with it. So you can really enjoy yourself. All right? And I'm also going to be working on taking Scratch and tying it to our Raspberry Pi computer and turning on lights, LED lights, make it so you can do robots with it. So I'm really excited about it. Really excited. I can't wait for you guys to play with the NXT robots. I think people from Huntersville had a great time. And we've got a lot to do. We still have Flight coming up. It's hard to believe it's already halfway through October. But you all have a great evening. Is there any more questions? I'll go up in there and look. Happy face, I'm glad. Lua programming is very fun. Lua. Okay, Lua. Help me out on that one. I gotta see what he means. There must be some kind of I'm just not getting it. I'm slow on the uptake. Lua, this is Scratch, so why is he calling it Lua? Let me ask. What do you mean Lua, Nick? Not Luke. Nico?
Yes.
What is Lua?
It's just something similar to Scratch. It's more without the pictograms. It's on www.lua.org. I just found it while I was finding something to do similar to Scratch.
Great. Blocky's also on Google right now. I'm not sure if they have it right now, but that's another one that's kind of like it. All right, good. I hope you are continuing to learn things here.
Yes.
Good. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, I guess it is time to say goodbye to everybody. Again, have a great day. Keep up all the good work, folks. I'll talk to you later.